it is very possible to manage toxic relationships. The first thing is to become aware. Become aware of the patterns in the relationship, the behavioral patterns. We are not talking about isolated situations, but what has become, should I say, normal in the relationship. Okay. And you can reflect on questions, look at your state. Are you constantly shrinking yourself? Are you constantly dimming, silencing your truth just so that you can keep peace in the relationship? Observe those patterns. Is that what is happening? Are you constantly afraid to engage? Are you always walking on eggshells to engage? What is the nature of your interaction in the relationship? Can you speak your truth? Are you allowed to grow? Are you allowed to express your emotions, your opinions in a healthy way? Is that allowable in the relationship, or it's just a no-no so that there would be peace? Begin to become aware of those patterns. You can also look at setting and enforcing healthy boundaries in the relationship. So you need to be able to communicate what is unacceptable, what is acceptable. Now, this is very impossible if you do not know yourself, what is acceptable by you. So for a lot of us, we rush and jump into relationships. Okay, so it's not every relationship we jump into. Some, I mean, we came to meet them. Okay, so you were born into a family. That's a relationship. All right. And so probably you did not decide who your parents are, who your siblings are, and how they relate. However, in the midst of it, you can still begin to define your boundaries. So you need to do the work of getting to know you. So the first way to build relationships, healthy relationships with other people, is to have a healthy relationship with yourself. So what is your relationship with yourself? Do you know yourself enough to treat yourself well? Do you know your fears? Do you know your non-negotiables? Are you aware of them? Are you aware of your strength, your weaknesses, what you like, what you do not like? You need to be knowing yourself. You need to know what depletes you, okay? What empowers you. So you need to spend a lot of time with yourself, knowing yourself. It is the only way you can now become aware to communicate. We teach people how to treat us. We tell people how to treat us. We decide how we are treated in our relationships by the way we treat ourselves. And it starts from we knowing ourselves. So you see, you may be expecting a lot of things from other people which you are not doing for yourself. So here you are, not knowing yourself, not knowing what you even desire to do for yourself, but you are expecting another, either a family member, either a friend, a romantic partner, or a colleague to do for you. All right. What is that thing that when you are told you cannot stand? What are your triggers? Okay. What gets you aroused emotionally? You need to be observing. You need to become mindful of those things, become aware of them. It is the only way you can set boundaries and then communicate them. All right. So you have a lot of work to do internally. Building healthy relationships is mostly not dependent on the people around us or the other person. It is 99% dependent on you as an individual. Okay. Lots of times we look out for the other person. We tend to blame the other people or the people out there and excuse ourselves. I'm not saying go putting yourself down. All I'm saying is that get yourself together to do the work. Okay. Do the work with yourself, because blaming another person doesn't change anything anyway. If you are not doing the work, if you are not getting yourself to the place where you are telling people what you are not accepting and what you are accepting, they will throw anything will be thrown at you. You become a dumping ground for anything. And hey, you made yourself a dumping ground if you understand that. So define your boundaries, healthy boundaries, by communicating them. And I've said it, you can only do that by first knowing. Then you can also look for external support, okay? So friends, professionals, mentors to help develop yourself to be able to cultivate healthy relationship or get out of a toxic relationship. So sometimes we feel so limited, all right, that we need some external support. It is not wrong. When you are doing your internal work, part of the work is to know the help you need and go for it. So it is not weakness at all if you need to go for support, if you need to call on support, either on a professional or on a friend, on a mentor, on a family member to help you. Okay? So if you need that, go for it. It is part of the process and it is strength, it is wisdom. You need it, go for it. Okay? And then you get to the place in the relationship where you decide whether you are staying or not. So if a relationship is toxic, start the process. Or if you're in a relationship and you are not sure what it is, begin to reflect on it and begin to identify the patterns to know whether it is healthy or it's toxic. If it is, begin to work on it by defining boundaries, by communicating what is acceptable, what is not unacceptable. Then you get external support when it is needed. Finally, get to the point where you are asking, is it healthy enough to stay or is it toxic enough to leave? If it is, you need to leave. Okay, but you see such things a lot of time, if somebody will have to be telling you you have to leave, you will still be looking for somebody to blame. But if you have started the work and you are taking responsibility for yourself, going for help, doing all the things, you get to the place where you are empowered enough to be able to step out of it. So keep empowering yourself, keep investing in yourself, in your worth, right? In your identity, and get to the place where you are taking those hard decisions for yourself. The hard decision whether you should stay or leave. Now understand that in whatever relationship you are in, you are the one experiencing the effect of it. So everybody around is just a spectator. All right. So the final decision lies on you. So you may have people telling you stay in it, but you know you are being destroyed. You know you are being damaged. And so if you have to leave, be the one to take that final decision and own up for the consequences. Take up responsibility. Stand up for all that it comes with. You would be living a healthier life, an empowered life.